Hello, this is a simple 3D exercise using Autocad 2018. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell icon and comment below after watching this tutorial video. Alright, let's start off by turning on some settings in the status bar. Turn on the dynamic input, polar tracking, object snap tracking, object snap, and from here right click and select object snap setting. And under object snap, click this box and check endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, quadrant, intersection, extension, and the box for object snap tracking. And under 3D object snap, click this box and select vertex, center of face, perpendicular, and node, and click OK. Start with line and enter 0, 0, 0 for origin. Bring your cursor up for 80 units from this distance to this distance, which is the height, which is this one here when you in the front view. So enter 80. Bring your cursor to the right, follow this the green dash line, and enter from this point to this point is 92. Bring it down for 80 and click the endpoint. We are joining the segments, so type J for join command, enter, and select all the segments. Now it's one object. As you can see here, the thickness of this is 18, which is this one. So select extrude from the ribbon, click the object, bring your cursor backward and enter 18. By the way, select X-ray for better visualization. Type L for line command and hover over, don't click. From the endpoint, turn your cursor to the right and enter 19 units. Bring it up for the distance from this point to this point, which is this one here, is 40. So enter 40 units. And the thickness of this from this point to this point is, which is this one here, is 54. So bring your cursor to the right and enter 54. Bring it down, shift right click and select perpendicular. Click that and click the endpoint. Now we have to join the segments again. Type J for join command, right click and select the lines. Now it's one object and we have to extrude this one for 18 units, this thickness here. So select extrude command from the ribbon, select the object, bring it forward for 18 units. Now we have to draw this portion, and the distance from this point to this point is, which is this one, 40. So draw a line from this endpoint and enter 40. And enter 54. And shift right click and hit the endpoint and endpoint again. From here, from this point, the thickness is, which is this one here, the thickness is 6. This one here. What we're gonna do is extrude this one. So join first, J for join command. Click the lines. Click this line and enter. Extrude this one for 6 units. And the distance from this point to this point, which is the thickness, is 12. But first we'll do this line here to this point. So draw a line from the endpoint here for 82 units. Bring it to the right for 54. And click the endpoint, shift right click, click endpoint, and hit the endpoint. Type J again for join command. Select the line. Now it's one object. Extrude this one for 12 units. Bring it down for 12. And we have this missing area here. I'm just gonna turn off the grid. Use Presspull command from the ribbon. Highlight that and just click somewhere here or here. I'm gonna do this endpoint. And now we're gonna draw this area, which is now I'm gonna do the wheel first. So go to the ribbon, click this drop down arrow and select 2-point option. Click that and bring it down and insert a diameter of 60. Click this one, extrude, and click that endpoint there for the thickness. Draw a line from the quadrant here, bring it back for 44 units. Bring it up for 48 units. Line again from the quadrant or endpoint to this point here and hit the endpoint. Join command again. Select the lines and that line come on and enter. Let me see. Now it's one object. Just gonna check. Extrude this one up to that end. Click that endpoint there. Now we have to draw this portion here, which is this one. The thickness is 18, as you can see from this hidden line. So draw a line from the midpoint here to midpoint here and bring up your cursor and hit that midpoint to that midpoint, and bring down your cursor and hit the end point. Now I'm going to join those lines by typing J for join command. Select the lines. Now it's one object. And since the thickness for that is 18, I'm going to extrude half on one side and extrude 9 units to the other side. So extrude 9 units. And for the other side, I'm going to use Presspull command. And from the ribbon, highlight that, bring it out for 9 units. Now the total thickness is 18 units, which is this one here. Now I'm going to do the hole here. First I have to extrude that one for this circle for 6 units, which is this one, and it's symmetrical, so 6 units on both sides. I'm gonna highlight that first and hover over isolate and isolate object. It's easier for me. So select Presspull command from the ribbon, highlight that side and enter 6 units, and the other side too for 6 units. Right click, hover over isolate, and select End Object Isolation. Now I'm gonna do a hole at the center, and as you can see here, since we turned this on, the object snap, I don't have to move the UCS. To make a hole perpendicular to the cylinder, I'm supposed to change the direction of the Z towards that direction. But since this is on, there's a trick here. So select circle from the ribbon and hover over. Once that face is highlighted, but I couldn't see, just want to make sure, shift right click and select center. There's the center, that X, and now the direction of our circle is in the right place, and enter, type D first for diameter option and enter 36. Highlight that, extrude it all the way, go back to the ribbon and select subtract command. Select the object you want to keep, and this one here, right click and select the object you want to remove. I'm gonna change this to realistic, or maybe shaded with edges. That's better. Now we're gonna go back to the ribbon and select solid, and we're gonna fillet this edge here. So click the radius option from the command window and enter, wait, I think this is, the radius is 20. So fillet edge, click radius, enter 20, and select that side and this side here. Right click, enter enter again. Go back to home, select circle, shift right click and select center. See that cross, click there and enter, I think the diameter, wait, diameter here is 16. Okay, let's repeat. Shift right click, center. See that cross? Oops. That one. Make sure this one is highlighted. Select center. Click that cross and enter D for diameter option and enter 16. Now I'm just gonna copy this one. Circle. Copy from the center to the center here. Here you go. And select Presspull command again from the ribbon. And once it's highlighted, click it, left click, and left click again. Hover over. Once it turns blue, left click, bring it out, and left click again. I think we are, let me check. Are we done? No. We still have to cut this portion here. So from this point, the distance from here to, which is this one, from the quadrant here to this point is 24. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line from the midpoint here, bring it out for 24 units, and the thickness for that, which is this one, is 18. So I'm gonna draw a line, hover over from the end point. I'm just gonna change this to wireframe. Okay, line, hover over from that end point, bring your cursor to the right and enter 9. Bring it back for 18 units and bring your cursor just enough, anywhere here, over, as long as it's over the object. Bring it to the right again for 18 units and attach it to the endpoint. I'm gonna change this back to X-ray. And now I'm gonna join the segments and click that line. Let me check. Now it's one object. I'm gonna extrude it down all the way up to here. Now I'm gonna, first I'm gonna union the objects here. This one, just to make sure. That one and that one. Now I'm gonna go back to the ribbon and select subtract command. Select the object you want to keep, right click, select the object that you don't want. Now we've created a hole. I've also missed this portion here, this triangular object. So I'm just gonna change this to wireframe. Line from the midpoint here to that midpoint, bring it down for, shift right click and select midpoint and connect to the endpoint. Now type J for join command. Join the lines. Now it's one object. I'm gonna bring this back to X-ray. The thickness for that is, which is this one. This one is this one. So highlight that. Extrude for 6 units on the other side. And then just press pull the other side for another 6 units. Now the total is 12. I'm gonna change this to shaded with edges. I'm just gonna move this one. Oh no. Union the objects. We missed that part. And this one. And then move this one. I'm just gonna erase the unwanted objects there. I think we're done. Finally. Thank you for watching. See you again. Bye.